What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We've got a big box from Bluetti today. I've been sitting on this one for a couple weeks because this one was unreleased up until now. I've got the green light to go ahead and do the video on it, so let's get it opened up and have a look. Okay, here it is. This is the first look at the B300k from Bluetti. This is the new expansion battery for the line of Bluetti products. This one comes in at 2764 watt hours, so it's a little bit smaller than the B300, but it's larger than the B210. It kind of falls right in the middle. It's going to be apparently pretty competitively priced compared to the B300. This one's going to be a little bit better bang for the buck. I don't have the numbers just yet, but they should be coming out really soon. So just like all the other ones, it's got the expansion port battery connector over here. They all use this same plug. They are going to be compatible. You can plug this into a B210, a B300. It's also going to be compatible with the AC 200L, 200 Max, AC 300, AC 500, all the newest products from Bluetti. All this stuff is interchangeable, so you don't have to pick and choose. Pretty much all of it will work. So I'm gonna get this thing lifted up, compare the size, and then we'll plug it in. Okay, so here's the 200L for a bit of a size comparison. As you can see, the battery is pretty big. It's a little bit wider than the 200L. Color matches nicely. Everything looks pretty sharp. We have the expansion port on this side. So it comes with this nice thick cable. This is some nice soft copper. Really easy to maneuver. It's got a locking tab on here, and this battery will actually flash an error code at you if you plug this in but you forget to lock it. It will let you know, and it won't actually let the two sync up. So I'm going to plug this in. I'll show you just how easy it is to add 2700 watt hours to your already 2048 watt hour power station. Okay, so all you do to connect these is pop this big rubber cap off. You're going to slide this in the expansion port connector, lock that tab forward. Take your other one right here, and you'll notice on the 200L we have 100% state of charge. When I plug this in and they start communicating, that should drop. So we'll lock that, and yep, they are instantly communicating. We now show 85% state of charge across the total system. We're sitting at 4,700 watt hours of capacity, and we are ready to run some pretty big stuff. So we're going to get to that shortly. Like I said, if I go ahead and unlock that tab, it will start flashing an error code. 2 flashes tells you that your lock is not locked. So pretty smart little setup. It knows just that little tab is not locked, and it will alert you. So once you lock it, it stops flashing. This goes back to 85%. That was just showing 100 a second ago, and away you go. It's that simple. So we're gonna hook some stuff up to this and see how it does. Okay, so we're going to be doing a runtime test today on my EG4 solar hybrid mini split. I did this video a couple months ago with the 200L and the 200P, just seeing how long you can run a mini split for on the 2048 watt hour capacity. So now we've added another 2700. Should be a pretty interesting test to see how long it can run for. This is my only gripe with this thing so far, is that if you want to stack these, you actually have to turn the expansion battery around backwards to get the expansion port on the right side. The cable's not long enough to go around the back and to the other side. Not an issue on the AC 300 or the AC 500, but for some reason on the 200L, it's just kind of on the wrong side. I'm not really sure why, but not a huge issue. But I'm going to go start up the mini split and we'll see how long we can run it for. Like I said, this is a solar hybrid mini split, but as you can see, the MC4s are not connected to any solar panels for today. We're just going to be running this on the AC 200L and the B300k expansion battery. All right, we're up and running. I'm just letting it come up to speed right now. I've got it set for 69 degrees. The house is around 71, 72, so that should make it run a fairly medium stage. Right now we're pulling around 460 watts, so that's kind of in the middle of where it likes to be. It is just after 10:30 in the morning, and we're just gonna pop outside, check the Bluetti, and see what the estimated runtime is. Okay, I let it run for a few minutes. The compressor has settled off just above 300 watts, and the AC 200L is showing about 12 hours remaining, which is pretty impressive for a power station like this. We'll see how it does throughout the day. It could ramp up and down on demand. We'll check in periodically. Okay guys, it's a little after 1 p.m. We've been running almost 3.5 hours, and we've only used 16% of the battery. It's actually showing 14 hours remaining on the estimated runtime, and you can see the compressor has ramped down to 227 watts. Like I said, it's not real hot out today. It's only around 77 degrees. I'm actually going to go inside and bump the temperature down a few degrees to see if we can increase demand and get this thing running a little bit higher. Okay, we're back up to 325 watts. It's now showing 9.7 hours remaining. Let's just let it keep running. All right, time for another check-in. What are we at? 50% state of charge. Compressor is ramped down to 250 watts. We've only used half of the battery. It's almost 6 p.m. No, it is 6 p.m. It's just after 6. Starting to lose a little bit of daylight here, and we still have half of this battery capacity to go. This thing is actually doing really well. I know the compressor is ramping down pretty low, but that's just what the demand is today. It's not super hot. Doing a great job keeping the house cool, and we've got lots of power left to go. Okay, it's 10:45 p.m. coming up on 11 o'clock, and we are still sitting at 31% state of charge. Compressor has turned off on the way out here. I had a feeling it was no longer running. Temperatures are dipping down into the 60s right now, so there's just no more demand. The house is plenty cool, and it has shut itself off. So we only used about 70% of the capacity over a 12-hour test, which is really good for running AC all day long with no solar input. We're going to wrap it up for the night, and there's one more thing I want to show you tomorrow. Alright, so this is how I've been running the 200L with the B300k for the most part. I have it down here in my electrical room hooked up to my generator panel, which is tied to the 6000 XP. So basically, I'm running the Minisplit off of the 200L with a grid backup tied into the 6000 XP through this outlet right here. So basically, I can set this thing to PV priority. I can run it all on solar all day long. If the battery in the 200L gets low, I can actually have it back up from the 6000 XP through the generator panel. And I can control all that through the app. So if I have a full battery on the 6000 XP one day, I can just go into the app, flick a switch, and send all that extra power that I'm making into the B300k and the 200L just to make better use of the sun while it's out. For the most part, I don't end up using the grid backup too often from the 6000 XP. Having an 800 watt array on my shed tied into the Bluetti with 4.7 kilowatt hours of storage is almost always enough to run the AC all day long and into the night. Sometimes I dump power into there just because I have a full battery in the 6000 XP, but for the most part, I really don't need to. So let me know what you guys think of the new B300k from Bluetti. I think it's a nice addition to the product line. I know pre-built power stations are not for everyone. A lot of you guys like to build your own system, which I can understand. But as far as portability goes, I don't think you can beat it. It's pretty hard to stuff this much power into a homemade system. It integrates really nice with the AC200L and the 300. It's pretty cool how you can just plug and play this battery. You can take more power. You can leave a battery at home if you don't need that much. Works really well. So it does come in about $800 Canadian and $600 US, cheaper than the 300S. So if you're looking to add a bit of power, it's a nice, more budget-friendly option to do so. Overall, pretty nice little battery. I'm going to keep testing it. I'll have the links below if you want to check it out on the website. Once again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.